Hey, we're living the silver life. And one of the activities we enjoy when we're out camping is we love to go hiking. And this might be just a little quick walk around the campground in, like, say 10-15 minutes or so, all the way up to 6 to 8 miles.
So what we're going to do is show you some of the packs we use. We have several day packs we use. And we'll go through some of the things we carry depending on what kind of hike we're doing. And even the pack that we kept just all the time with us when we were in Alaska this summer. So hopefully you'll find some of this information useful.
Be sure and subscribe because we want you to join our nomad family.
Now's a good time to get up and get out and go have a day hike.
There you go.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you some of the day packs we have and have used. The first one, which we carried most of the time in Alaska and we had for a long time, is just, we got these from L.L. Bean, but it's just a little day pack. It has a chest strap and a little waist strap, a couple shoulders, 2 bottle holders, a nice big pocket that's nice to stuff stuff in, like if you had a coat and you take it off. It also, this is the same pack, it packs into an interior pocket, and so you could store it in your truck and stuff. The other pack we started using is this pack by Osprey. It's a heavier duty pack. It'll hold more weight. Now we're carrying some more camera equipment, lenses, and sometimes some ID stuff. And so it's a little nicer pack. We just got it not too long ago. Has a lot of pockets, lash points, a zipper place. You could throw stuff in here. It also has hip belts, so that helps take some of the weight off your back. And it has some pockets on the hip belt. And the third pack that we have is this one by K9 Sports. It actually is the Carry Scout. It zips open, he goes in here, and we carry him. It has a pouch here to put extra stuff in. It does have a couple hip belts, help take the weight off with pockets. Chest strap that's adjustable. What's nice about this is you can adjust it to 3 sizes depending on the size of your dog. I think we have it on the middle one. It'll actually hold a little bigger dog, and we use that. A little detail on some of these too is this pack we kept loaded and in the back of the truck the whole time we were in Alaska. So every time we got out and we were going to go jump on a trail, all I had to do was grab this, throw a water bottle in, and we were off. You notice we have, this is a K9 water bottle. It's a Cool Pooch, it's called. Works really good. Put that in there, set it down, and then the dog can actually drink out of it. It's made where the adult can also drink out of it too if you want to, but mostly we just used it for Scout. Now I want to spend this minute or two and talk about what we actually carried. In this pack, which we carried today, we had you can see on the outside a cup. We use that to feed the dog, or we could put water in it. We'd each carry a raincoat. These are packable raincoats. I think they're Columbia brand. There's lots of them out there. We found those invaluable because they can also as a wind jacket and stuff. But we were actually day hiking when the kids were little in Yellowstone. It was at the way out the end of a trail through the geysers and everything, and a storm blew up, and we sat under a tree for 20 minutes getting soaking wet. So we carry these all the time now. We also carry this. This is a first aid and survival kit. So it has first aid stuff in it. We keep medicines. It also has whistles and fire starters. It has, I believe this one even has a small space blanket in it. And compass, scissors, you name it, has a whole bunch of little things in it. This is maybe a little overkill if you're just doing some small day hikes and things, but we bought that one and found it. We just ended up just carrying it. So, but there's a lot of them. This company, Soul, Survive Outdoors Longer, has all kinds of these little things. Academy's a good source for them. Another thing we started carrying was, this is a Soul. This is actually a bivy. It's an emergency bivy. It's like a sleeping bag kind of thing. You could wrap someone up if they started going to hypothermia, or you got stuck out in the woods overnight or whatever. Also, you could get just a space blanket thing too that would be nice to carry, and I think we have that in another pack someplace. But we started carrying this because it was so small, and it doesn't hardly weigh anything. What else we got in here? Water bottles. There's all kinds. Little knife. It's called a picnic knife. You could use it for emergency. I always usually carry a pocket knife in my pocket anyways, but this comes in handy, especially when you're having lunch. We use it a lot to cut up if we're having some fruit or maybe a piece of cheese or something. You could use it for some other things, but it's really kind of nice and handy, so it basically stays in the backpack all the time. And then we have, what else we got in here, Deanna? Oh, it's in here.
I think there's some in the inner pocket.
We carry a water filter. This one's by Catadine. It's called a Be Free. This is the 0.6 liter. They make a 1 liter one. We've been hiking, and when we do on some longer hikes, say that, you know, are pretty much a full day hike, that if we know we're going to be near water, we don't have to carry as many water bottles. And we've actually stopped and refilled our water bottles using this. So it's kind of handy. So, and it, again, it doesn't weigh anything and just fits in our pack. If you think you're going to be out and not on a very well marked trail or going to be out quite a long time, we carry a compass also. So we have that in case of emergency.
You might mention that we also usually have a trail map.
Yes, that's the other thing. When you're hiking, you want to have some kind of paper map. You never know if you're going to have good phone service, so you can't follow, but you know, if it's a local map. And again, it depends on the kind of hike. If you're doing at a nature center and it's pretty well marked and there's tons of people, you're probably okay. But if you're like, we went to Alaska, we went on some long trails that were 4 or 5 miles, you know, round trip. We did a couple that were over 8. They were well marked, and it would have been hard to get lost, but you never know. A couple other things you might think of. If you're going to be hiking pretty late in the afternoon or thing, a flashlight or a headlamp, and carry one of those with you. When we were in Alaska, when we put our pack together, we ended up getting bear spray. Even if it was going to be 200 yards from the road to go look at salmon in the river, I'd grab that pack with our bear spray and take it with us. Because basically, if there's fish or salmon in the river, you got a good chance you might be some bear around. A little word of caution: don't clip it to your pack and then take your pack off and leave it a ways away. Take it out of your pack, put it on your belt, and carry it with you. Nothing worse than have a bear happen on you and your pack is 50 feet from you. It's rifling through the pack that has the bear spray. Oh, here's another safety thing you might carry. A whistle. That survival kit I showed you has a whistle in it. Sometimes we'll carry an extra. Just about all Osprey packs, or a lot of the better packs, on the collar, your chest strap usually has a built-in whistle. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff we carry at a different time. That was kind of why I've kind of jumped up to a bigger pack, because now I've got a different camera with some interchangeable lenses, so I might want to take the telephoto lens and stuff. But also this cap, or this backpack, will take a water bladder. So I can stick the water bladder in it, and sometimes hiking, the water bladder is a lot better. We find that we drink more, say, better hydrated when we have it, you know, the water bladder in our pack, and this is sitting beside us. You still can fill it up with you can take the Be Free, open it up, and add water to it later if you needed to.
And the Be Free is a water filter.
Yeah, it's the Catadine water filter right here. So, and then lastly was the dog pack, and we'll show you some videos of hiking it. If you have an older small dog and don't want to leave him behind, so this has worked out great. He's good for an hour to 2 hours in it. I carried him for like in a trail in Alaska for over 3 miles up a hill and let him out the last little bit, and then he walked his way, and then he walks back. So it was really good. I would carry him up the hard stuff, and then he'd walk down the easy stuff. So, but this is our basic setup right now. I mean, there's a lot of things that other people may carry. Oh, one thing we didn't show you, we usually carry some snacks, or I'm one that has to be over prepared. And we could be only going on a mile hike, but if we got stuck there for 2 days, we'd probably be okay. So, and that's the way I try to prepare. Also, one time somebody told me, sometimes it's not what you need on a hike, but you may run into somebody that's in distress or is having problems that might need some food or water, or is hypothermia set in, or they broke their leg and it's going to be 2 or 3 hours before somebody shows up. You can wrap them up, and you have some emergency stuff that you could help them out. So it's not necessarily what you might need on a hike, but what could you run into? It's a lot of stuff, and this is kind of what we do, and a little bit from experience. We're not experts by any means, but if you have any questions or any other ideas, leave them in the comments below, and maybe we can help somebody else out. But if one thing I'd say is make yourself a little day hike bag with at least some of the safety stuff and something you can carry some water in, because getting dehydrated when you're 3 or 4 miles from the trail and it's hot and your foot hurts and you're not walking very fast, it can make the difference in how you feel at the end of the day. Running?
We really enjoy hiking and spending the day out in nature, and we used to be a lot more limited. When Scout was younger, if we went 8 miles, he went 8 miles. But now that he's gotten older, he has a hard time making more than 1 or 2 miles at the most. But getting him his own pack has really kind of opened that up for us to be able to take him more places. So we're going to leave you today with a couple of the hikes, or several of the hikes, that we have taken over the past year.
Did you get it?
I did. There you go.
Is beginning to take it all back over, reclaim it as its own.
Miss the people.
Feels like Mayberry RFD right there.
Hard to explain to a lot of people that upstate New York is not one big city. Right, Deanna?
That is right, and it is not.
We decided we were homeless, we'd come here and build a
You'd
house.
come here and build a house,
Yeah.
and sure Spencer Crest wouldn't
Probably a
mind.
lean-to.
The college wouldn't mind you
No.
building a house right there. Because you do help come up and clear the trails, so
I do.
I'm sure I'm sure as a reward they would let you do that.
I'm sure. Not.